speak English?
Yeah, I speak English.
Yeah, hiya. Just asking for why you count in recording a police station. The vehicle's coming in and out of the police station, please, sir.
Oh, can I...
Stand back, please.
Can I ask you to identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm Inspector Ralph, okay.
Have you got a number?
I'm an inspector, I don't have a shoulder number.
I apologise. Okay. Can I ask you to identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm Chief Inspector Mattock.
Okay.
From Aviation Policing.
Okay.
This is obviously a police station, which is an armoury. Obviously we've got weapons in there, okay, as you can see, we're an armed police innocu. So obviously when people are recording a police station, which doesn't really happen that often around here,
it
obviously it comes to our attention.
Okay.
So that's the reason why you're being stopped. Obviously,
am I being stopped? Am I being detained? Well,
no, I'm speaking to the moment.
Am I being detained?
It's not the moment, no.
Well then, so if I'm not being detained, then I can talk.
Okay.
You are speaking to me in a way that I'm saying I don't have to listen to you. You're not detaining me. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Fair enough, you're asking me, and I'm accounting for my actions.
And you haven't accounted for your actions.
Well, I am. I'm telling you that I'm filming on a public street, public interest. What more do you want?
The inspector's justification was nonsense from the start. Saying Yardley was being stopped because the building has weapons inside is not a lawful reason. It's pure fear-based policing. Every police armory in the country holds weapons, but that doesn't turn the surrounding public pavement into a restricted zone. There's no legislation that prohibits filming a police building just because firearms are stored inside. If there were, half the streets around the UK's major stations would be off-limits, and they're not. Yardley, on the other hand, showed complete composure. The moment he confirmed he wasn't being detained, he exercised his right to disengage, reminding the inspector that conversation doesn't equal compliance. It was a great example of how authority can't overrule legality, no matter how senior the officer is.
But why are you filming a police station and the vehicles come out of the police station, and obviously you're filming me now?
You're the only vehicle that has come out.
Okay.
Your police, I can call them police personnel in their working day. I'm telling you, I'm not doing nothing wrong, and I can do it.
I want to make sure that your activities are not suspicious or criminal intent.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Which is fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, of course,
okay.
It's fair enough.
And I think you'd be exactly the same using my shoes.
Yeah,
okay?
I agree.
I've never met you before.
No, that's fair enough.
I've got nothing against you. You know, I don't know what your name is.
No, that's fair enough.
My name. You can give me your name if you wish. You know, if you want to have first name terms, that's totally up to you. But obviously, that's the reason why we're speaking to you at the moment, so you can account for your actions.
Got another officer out, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you to identify yourself?
Yeah, PC Philpott.
Yep. Can I have your number?
Shoulder number's just there, 3821.
Okay. And another officer as well, yeah?
You happy to tell me your details?
No, I'm not.
Why's that?
Because I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm on a public footpath.
It's just polite, isn't it? I've introduced myself.
This is the classic soft coercion tactic when an officer knows they have no legal power to demand information, so they try to dress it up as politeness. The officer had already identified himself, which is good practice. But once Yardley declined to give his own details, that should have been the end of it. There's no law that says you have to reciprocate an introduction, and there's certainly no obligation to hand over personal information just to satisfy an officer's curiosity. And that line, "It's just polite," really exposes the mindset. Policing isn't about politeness. It's about legality. Civility doesn't override the law. Yardley was standing on public land, doing nothing illegal, and had every right to maintain his privacy.
So what's your intentions then with you recording the police station?
It's a public interest video. Not sure what I'm going to do. It's totally.
Do you put it on social media? Do you have a social media site or YouTube?
Can I again ask if I'm being detained?
You're not being detained, no.
Okay, so if I'm not being detained, can I ask kindly if I can just go about my way? I mean, you can ask me the same question over and over again. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Okay. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers out. Yeah, I'm not doing no hostile reconnaissance.
Why did you say that?
Because
not many people will say that.
Oh yeah, lots of people do say that actually.
Well,
when they have interactions with
I've never actually stopped someone who's suddenly
okay, so when they have interactions with police who start asking me to account for my actions when I'm standing on a public footpath, if somebody was walking past and they were filming, would you just all of a sudden stop?
The inspector basically admitted that his suspicion came not from Yardley's actions, but from the fact that Yardley knew his rights and vocabulary. When Yardley said he wasn't doing hostile reconnaissance, He was simply preempting the tired excuse officers often use to justify an unlawful stop. But instead of taking that as clarification, the inspector twisted it into suspicion. As if knowing the law is in itself incriminating, Yardley's follow-up hit the nail on the head. If an ordinary passerby filmed the building without saying a word, would they be stopped? Of course not. What the inspector really exposed was his bias that a confident, legally aware citizen makes him uncomfortable. That's the opposite of how policing should work. Officers should respect public knowledge of the law.
Well, it depends really, but
Okay.
your activity is
right.
not
Normal, is it?
It depends.
Yeah, it is normal actually.
Like a normal member of
Look, there's another 2 up there. So much like 2, 4, 6 people.
How many? You've got 3 people walking there. How many of them
Yeah,
are videoing?
you can 43 me if you like.
Okay. Do you know what Section 43
I do know what
of the
Section
Terrorism Act
43 is,
okay.
but
Have you ever been subject to that before?
let me just say to you, if you're going to Section 43 me, yeah, I would like to know why.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm accounting for my actions. Yeah, I'm not being hostile. I'm not being aggressive.
No,
yeah, have you got
I never
any?
said
Have
you
you got
are.
any information why you would want to do Section 43? Or is
you're-
it just something which you want to abuse because
No,
I'm
we're not
filming?
using it.
Well, because I'm filming, which I can do, which is a legal activity, why would you want to go down the road of a Section 43? And if you do, let me just tell you, I will make a civil claim against you.
The second the inspector drops Section 43, the whole tone shifts. By invoking it so casually, he shows that he doesn't actually understand the gravity of what he's saying. Yardley's calm pushback, reminding him that he's done nothing hostile, nothing unlawful, exposes how flimsy the inspector's position really is. He's not responding to a threat. He's reacting to his own discomfort. What makes it worse is that Section 43 isn't open to interpretation. It's black and white. You either have reasonable suspicion of terrorism or you don't. And in this case, the inspector clearly didn't. He wasn't enforcing the law. He was enforcing his own feelings. That's the danger. When officers start bending legislation to suit emotion, the line between suspicion and assumption disappears completely.
To do something. He didn't want to come out of his station for no reason whatsoever.
Let me tell you now.
This sun's really in my eyes. I
We're
can't
going to
even
detain
think
you
properly.
under Section 43 of the Terrorism
Okay.
Act, okay?
Can I carry on filming?
As it's been explained to you,
Can I carry on filming? Fair enough.
you can just talk over me, but I will just
No,
talk.
I'm just
okay?
asking if I can carry on filming.
So, you are detained under Section 43 of the
Yeah, under what
Terrorism.
grounds?
The reason being is you're hanging outside a police station,
Okay.
filming officers coming in and out. We've asked you the reason
Was I filming
for
officers
that.
coming in and out? Where did
You've
you get that
given
from?
No explanation, really. No,
officers coming
valid
in and out.
explanation.
No, officers coming in and out.
Very important.
There's no in and out.
Speak again, you're just
Civil
talking
claim.
over
This
me.
is what he's going to say.
Do I need to listen to
Okay.
him? You're stopping me
That's
under
the reason
43. I
why.
mean, it's
That's the
a
reason why.
it's a
Okay,
claim
I've given
anyway.
you
So
I've given you my name, PC Philpott, currently attached to this police station. So
yeah,
what
can I take
Well,
it
get
before I
one.
leave?
I'll get off to go and get one.
because you are
Okay.
detained,
Okay.
we're going to just put you up, stand
That's
you
fair
against
enough.
this wall, just
Yep.
so it's a backdrop for you.
Okay.
Just while I do the search, I'll
Okay.
ask you to put your phone down up here, okay? So no
That's
one's
fair
going to
enough.
touch that.
Yardley simply comments that the officer wants to do something, and that's all it takes to set him off. You can see the change in his demeanor. Suddenly, the calm is gone, replaced by defensiveness. When he snaps, "You can talk over me, but I'll still talk." It's obvious he's not interested in facts anymore. He's just trying to assert dominance. Then comes the so-called grounds. You've been filming officers coming in and out. Except that's completely false. Yardley only filmed one thing, the inspectors leaving the building. There was no coming in and out, no pattern of suspicious behavior, nothing that could lawfully justify detention under Section 43. That one line exposes everything. The officer didn't have reasonable suspicion. He just made something up to fit the narrative.
Okay, so I'm free to go, so I'm free to stay, yeah?
We've obviously spoken to you now.
Yeah, okay. Free to go, free to stay. Do you hear that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I've done nothing wrong. I was just saying to your inspector, what was your rank, please?
Chief Inspector.
Chief Inspector, are you higher than this guy? I don't mean it in a.
We work together.
Yeah, I know, but I'm asking his rank. Are you higher than
Yeah,
rank?
I'm his
Okay,
supervisor.
so I'm tasking him, your inspector, to look at some paperwork that speaks about Section 43. Section 43 is an abuse if you haven't got any intel to suspect me of being a terrorist. You can't suspect me of being a terrorist because I'm pointing a camera at the police station. So I'm just letting you know that, right? And that's going to be a basis of my civil claim against you guys, yeah?
Okay, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, and what was you going to say about the inspector
I was going to say, we work together.
This moment completely exposes how deeply the failure ran. Not just with one officer, but with the leadership itself. The inspector was the one pushing the Section 43 search. Yet the chief inspector, the highest ranking officer there, stood by and allowed it to happen. That's unforgivable. Someone in his position should know that filming a police station on its own is not grounds for suspecting terrorism. It's been clarified countless times by both the Home Office and senior police guidance. Photography in public is not a crime, and suspicion must be based on specific intelligence, not assumptions. For both an inspector and a chief inspector to ignore that shows it's not a training issue anymore. It's a leadership one.